a mop head. I was positive I could make something great with this. First, you will need to dismantle the mop head. The pieces of mop are already cut into equal-sized lengths. If you choose to paint the mop head materials, make sure to first base coat the foam circle in the same color that you will be painting the fabric, so that the foam does not show through. Take a piece of the mop and loop it in half. Wrap it around the foam circle and pull the ends through the looped end. Pull tight. Then press the looped area down so that the looped end rests on your counter. Repeat all the way around the foam circle until you have it all filled in. Next, it's time to stiffen the mop strands so that they will stand out straight from the foam circle. And for this, you will need a lot of Mod Podge. Test and make sure that the strands are completely dry and stiff. If some are not stiff, recoat and once again leave to dry. Now comes the fun part. I played around with many different alternatives. I felt it needed one more thing, so I added a round mirror behind the mop wreath with hot glue. Adding a mirror to wreaths always makes it more interesting, as you will see reflections in it once it is hung. To decorate the wreath, I created a simple bow with the floral burlap ribbon and glued it on the front. Look how pretty it looks on the French door to my cute little greenhouse. Adding the mirror is perfect because look how it captures beautiful reflections like my colorful basket hanging nearby. If neutral isn't your thing, then here is another option. Using a sponge brush, coat all the sides of the mop strands with paint. As it was the end of summer and the beginning of fall, I decided a nice yellow and orange color scheme would be appropriate. Painting it like the sun with the lightest yellow color in the center and a soft peachy orange color in the middle of the strands, and then a deep orange on the outer tips. Like working with Mod Podge, you need to thoroughly coat all sides of the mop material with paint or the white foam will show through and spoil the effect. It is pretty cute and cheery whether on my greenhouse door or my garden gates. I'm sure it'll bring a smile to your face.
As DIYers, we know how important finishing touches are, so I've been on a hunt to find a signature scent to be the perfect finishing touch to all my outfits. Not only does a good scent improve your mood, scents are tied to memories, and smelling good can be an extra boost of confidence we need in the day. The trial and error of finding your signature scent can be tricky though. Also, being stuck with a bottle of expensive perfume that you don't love is frustrating. My solution? Meet Scentbird. Scentbird is a perfume subscription service that allows you to try a new designer perfume every month for $16.95. This allows you to try different fragrances without being tied down to a full bottle. I love comforting, warm, woody scents and sometimes fruity, especially for the summer. This month I tried Verscents by Versace, which has bright, earthy spices and florals, feature tart top notes of green citrus and dark fig, lush jasmine and lily, warmed by the heat of cardamom and cedar. This scent is bright and earthy and perfect for more formal events. I also tried Daisy by Marc Jacobs, which the top of the fragrance is infused with succulent wild berries and soft white violets. At the heart, velvety jasmine warms to a dreamy dry down of central sandalwood, a romantic, lingering finish. This scent is a crisp, romantic scent, perfect for a summer picnic or dinner party. I also tried Sunkissed Dahlia by Skylar, which is a romantic, warm floral scent with subtle, fruity undertones. Opulent dahlia and crisp apple create a sweet, juicy profile, beautifully balanced with notes of warm and comforting amber. This scent is sweet and fruity and perfect for everyday summer use. And lastly, I tried Agua de Santos by House of Beau, which is a sophisticated, sweet citrus scent with light woody notes that instantly uplifts you. This scent is light, clean, chic, and summery. This one might be my favorite of the bunch. I honestly love all four. They're perfect for a wide variety of occasions, and it was so fun to try all of them, and I keep them rotating daily. Not to mention, they come in the cutest magnetic containers, perfect for on the go. Scentbird is an affordable way to try new fragrances every month. You can try the first fragrance for only $8 and the next month will only be $16.95. This way you can find your signature scent for a fraction of the cost. They have over 700 fragrances available, including high-end, so you'll always have something new to try. They also have a wide variety of vegan and clean scents available. Not sure where to start? Scentbird has an online quiz that helps you discover fragrances that align with your taste to help you find something you'll love. Want to try Scentbird for yourself? Scan the QR code or use my code HOMETALK55 to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. You can get the product for half the price. That's just $8. What a steal. Special thanks to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the DIYs.
To start this project, you're going to need a wire wreath form and 4 dust mops from the dollar store. Next, what I'm going to do is fold the mop in half, and I'm going to use my fabric scissors to cut the mop in half. Now what I have here is 4 mops that I have cut in half, so 8 total pieces. I'm going to take half of the mop, and I have flipped my wire wreath form upside down or backwards. And now what I'm going to be doing is folding the mop over like this. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to add a little hot glue in here. And then I'm going to fold the bottom up and press that into place. And then I'm going to be adding some more hot glue and then folding the top part down. And I'll need to hold these in place until they cool completely. I'll continue doing this until all of the mop pieces are attached to the entire wreath form. You'll notice that I left the center open on the back side. This is an important step because next I'll be using some battery operated LED lights. I'm going to take the battery pack and I'm going to wrap the wire, the extra wire, around it. I need to be able to reach the on-off switch. Once I get those all in place, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue all of that wire into place so that it stays nicely. Once all of that is in place, I'm going to flip the wreath form over. Next, I've got some dollar store bulbs. Now you could easily leave this wreath as is, but I'm going to update it with a little bit of bulbs. So I'm going to cut the bulbs open and I'm going to place those bulbs onto the wire wreath form about where I want them to be. Now I'm going to be using blue and silver, and part of my reason for this is that blue and silver are great for winter. So I'll be able to leave this wreath up for 3 months rather than just a holiday. I can leave it up for an entire season.
And I hope this inspires you to create a dollar store winter wreath of your own.
I picked out a pool float and inflated it outside using an air compressor, which you guys makes it so easy to do. So after making sure that it's fully inflated, we're going to secure a wire to it. And we're going to use a thinly gauged piece of wire. This is a very soft wire, so it's not going to pierce the balloon. And then we're going to take the wire and tie it around the pool float, just like that. So now we just have some greenery. You can find this greenery, the rose gold bay leaves, and the wire from nixseasonaldecor.com. We're gonna just simply lay that greenery on top of the wire. And what I'm actually doing is I'm taking the stems, and typically, if this was a wreath, we would remove them. But for this, I'm actually gonna just bend them up, and that way it's gonna provide a little bit more reinforcement for the wire to adhere to. Now that we have these in place, we can take that wire and bring it from either side and tie it right on. Now it's time to make a bow, so we just have this 1.5 inch champagne ribbon, and it matches the ivory on the pool float perfectly. And all we're gonna do is make a bunch of loops. So we're creating loops about 4 inches across, but keep in mind there are so many types of pool floats out there. There are these ones that look like donuts that we have here. There are, Christmas trees. You can actually find Christmas and winter, like let's say snowflakes, in pool float form. And now we can snip off the ribbon. I always like to snip it off with a little bit of an overhang so that when we secure our wire, we're not gonna pose the risk of accidentally pulling one of these loops out. Now what we're going to do is just simply put that right between the wires that we initially placed. And now what we can do is we can fluff these loops open. To hang this, I just cut a length of ribbon, and all we're gonna do is just tie it right to the top of the pool float. And tie it nice and tight so that it doesn't swivel around. And now you can tie this to a command strip, you can tie this to a wreath hook, you can tie this anywhere. And here is how it turned out, you guys, and I absolutely love it. So what an easy idea, turning a pool float into a beautiful Christmas wreath or winter wreath, since we used rose gold, champagne, and a little bit of greenery. And once you're done, snip off that wire, and then you have a pool float to use during the summer.
Want to try Scentbird for yourself? Scan the QR code or use my code HOMETALK55 to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird.